You're listening to Tori Writer's She Said What podcast. I'm Tori, along with Marcy Persky. When you're planning for a holiday, so many things can go awry. Your refrigerator, a giant rat, a giant truck. The list is long. I have several lists, and I need a list of where the heck I've put my list. So
I put my list on my groceries. It's at the top of my groceries is my list of everything to talk about.
That's not groceries.
I won't talk to you about turkey, matzah, gefilte fish, sweets, fruit salad, ingredients, coffee creamer, and lunches.
Yeah, good. Because, lunches. You could talk about lunches. Did I ever tell you about my hard-ass mommy routine for lunches?
No.
Oh, well, the spousal unit loved taking time and potchkeying, which is a technical term for poking about with the kids' lunches when they were in regular school, middle school. He enjoyed that, and I did not. So I'd make, a sandwich, a cheese sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, some kind of sandwich, and throw in some nuts, granola bar, piece of fruit, off they go. And they complained. They were such little snobs. The little one said, and when I tried to do something nicer, the little one would say, I don't like cold frittata. And I wanted to say, but you can't say to your little kids, why don't you take the cold frittata and jam it up your nose? But what I did say was, your father takes pleasure in making school lunches. I make school lunches so that you won't starve. Whoever told you life was fair? I have other attributes.
I don't make sandwiches. And I think I did make sandwiches because I had no money back then. But they were like butter sandwiches.
Those are even worse than what I made.
Those are poor mom sandwiches.
Peanut butter. You could do peanut butter and jam. I'm sure you did. Yeah.
Well, I think I told you I've never eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, didn't I?
I don't think
in my life
did tell me that.
I can eat peanut butter without jelly, and I can eat jelly without peanut butter, but putting them together just sounds nasty to me.
You have a very peculiar, I know. Oh, I know. We elevate the school lunches in California. So your peanut butter and jelly isn't from some gourmet bakery or bread that you made yourself with your own two hands from grain that you ground yourself with your own. It's nutty in California. That's the place where we took our kid for some fancy California pizza place, and he complained that the nettles were too dry. And we knew we'd screwed up. We're bad parents.
A little dry.
Little dry. Nettles. The nettles were a little dry.
I spent all day yesterday. Speaking of lunches, and Passover's coming up. Seder, and no bread, nothing leavened, and spent 5 hours in Flagstaff. Didn't find a box of matzah.
No.
Yeah, not even one, which is so weird because I don't expect to find them up where I am. Okay.
Right. Even the one time you found a kosher turkey up there, though.
Yes, by accident.
A lost turkey.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah, it feels like 3 days in grocery stores looking for everything that I need that I don't have. So I get to do it again tomorrow. But in the meantime, I'm glad I didn't buy all this stuff.
Because
we're getting a new refrigerator.
Oh, dear.
And the less that has to be transferred, the better.
Well, the good news is that matzah doesn't need refrigeration, and it tastes like wallboard no matter what season it is.
Oh, see, I love it.
Yeah, my mother loved it too.
Frankie and I sat there the other night watching a movie, eating matzah. Just plain old matzah. I did drink a lot of water, I'll tell you that.
It's because you don't have to eat it exclusively for 8 freaking days.
No.
If you had to eat it for 8 freaking days. The first couple of days are like, this stuff's not too bad. I can enjoy it. The first, and in fact, you're not allowed to eat it for a couple days before the Seder so that you have an appetite for it. So they know that it sucks, right? They know that if you've been eating it all along, you're going to be like, no. But if you haven't been eating it all along, you can trick yourself. Oh my God. And my mother had a preference for which brand of matzah, which was completely lunatic because it only has essentially one ingredient. That's
Right.
it. Flour and water.
I
And
take what
that's
I
it.
can find, and I found one box of, I think it was Yehuda,
Yep.
or however you pronounce that.
Yep.
But yeah, so we bought a new fridge from the scratch and dent store. You would love this.
I love the
'Cause I
scratch
thought
and
of you
dent
the whole
store.
time I was looking
Good.
at him. I'm like, Terry would be so proud because here we are at the scratch and dent warehouse looking for a new fridge.
That's the way.
Well, they're expensive now. And
Yes.
my husband, who's oblivious, the fridge we got for free. He's a carpenter, and someone was remodeling their kitchen, and everything had to match. And there was nothing wrong with this fridge; it just didn't match,
Yeah.
which I don't understand.
Oh, well.
With my white stove and my black fridge, and my, and I have a stainless steel microwave, nothing matches.
Right.
Why we need it?
Wait. How did it
Because the one
die?
we
I
have,
want to know. Usually they
yeah,
die in a really dramatic way with perfect
it's
timing.
it's not dead. It just doesn't close 9 out of 10 times.
He's not dead, he's resting. Refrigerators in our house like to die dramatic, almost operatic deaths. Like it will be the night before we are having a garden party for the spousal unit's entire softball team. And that's the night that the refrigerator and freezer decide to just pee all over the kitchen floor. And you end
No,
up.
this one is just you get up in the morning and go, oh no, the freezer door's been open all night.
So that it's been a duct tape event where you have to just sort of duct tape it closed every night to tuck it in, kiss it on the little handle and go, now don't open while mommy's asleep.
More like kick it
Oh,
to make sure it's closed.
that would make me feel good. I'd like to kick a few appliances
But
around here. I could have a job doing that, the appliance kicker.
they cost so much, man.
Yeah.
So yes, we went to the scratch and dent store and found one that's really nice. That was like a quarter of what it was really cost.
Yep.
Except that it's got like a great big old smashed dent in the front of it. I'm like, I don't
nice.
care.
Yeah, covered up with like magnets and
Well,
postcards.
I hope the magnets will stick.
Oh,
It's one of those, fancy looking stainless things
yeah,
that
those
I've
can be
never had.
difficult.
But I have ideas to paint it. I can
Oh.
make the dent look like something.
Have the artist child do something creative with it.
That's true. Speaking of the artist child,
Yes.
she has a new dog.
Yeah, I saw a puppy.
Yeah,
Just what she needs. The kid is finally like out of your hair and now there's a puppy.
yep. She has this little black dog who was 10 weeks old a week ago. So I guess that would make her 11 weeks
I
old.
guess that would be, yeah,
It's a
counting.
long way to get there,
Counting.
but
It's
yes.
a good thing to count sometimes. Yes.
So the dog started showing some symptoms
Oh boy.
like 3 days after she was at our house. And so we took her to the vet and they did blood tests. But before the blood tests, the vet said to me outside that all of her symptoms could be distemper,
Oh man, that's
for
a
which there is nothing,
no.
right?
That's it.
So Eve calls a place where we got her because she was part of a litter of 5 that none of them looked alike that someone found in Phoenix. And the lady said to Eve, well, if you had her around your rabbit. And Eve goes, what? She said, maybe she caught distemper from your rabbit. I had nothing to say to that.
Uh,
It turns out the puppy does not have distemper, by the way, but just the fact that this person who runs this huge rescue and shelter thinks that a dog can get distemper from a rabbit made me
Well, I'm kind of
step back a
ignorant.
little.
I wasn't aware that heartworm came from mosquito bites. I don't know why I thought it came from eating things, but no.
No, yeah, I know that.
Everybody is entitled to one colossal failing
Don't
of.
blame the rabbit, though.
Well, that
What
was.
she should have said is, gee, I better check on the siblings.
Yes, that would be the logical thing.
my dogs have not met the new dog yet.
Uh-huh.
My dogs know that there's a stranger or an interloper
Mm.
on the property, especially Jerry, my 80-pound puppy. He saw a glimpse of Eve carrying something, and I had all my windows open because
Oh,
it's
no.
warm up
Right
here.
through the
and
screen?
right through the screen and over the
Oh,
fence.
okay.
Yeah. And I mean, the screen is just like mangled. He's still, okay, he didn't
You're
run
going to be
away.
saying he's still a
He
puppy
did
when he's
not.
15 years
Well,
old.
he is,
That's what you're going to be
well,
saying.
he's still a puppy, though.
I'm moving on from the puppy
But
stuff. I
he
can't
didn't
take
run
it.
away, so that's good.
That is good. Well, debatable. Depends.
And then
Depends.
last thing, look at your phone.
Depends how cynical you are. Yes.
Another big household innovation, renovation, it's the bathroom. And you've already sent me that shower curtain with all the mushroom ladies with their butts hanging out.
That's the one.
I sent you a picture of the new toilet seat to match.
Oh, my Lord.
And it was handmade by some guy.
Okay, let's describe, because this toilet seat is painted with
fine art.
mermaids, a seahorse, and sea creatures, and there is a border of blue and white polka dots. And somebody, you're
No, they're
telling me,
diamonds. They're
oh,
fake diamonds.
so you sit on a fake diamond encrusted Let me just ask you, did this guy like go to art school, and this is what he has done with his art school training, is mermaids, seahorses, and faux diamond encrusted toilet seats?
I love it.
This is his livelihood. It's fantastic.
I love it.
It's fantastic. You better hope you never sit down there without several layers of clothing, though, because a faux
you
diamond.
That's the top. It's just a normal toilet seat underneath. That's the top
Yeah,
of
but
the toilet.
don't you ever sit on the seat of your toilet for any reason, like to, I don't know.
No.
So what you're telling me is this faux diamond encrusted mermaids riding a seahorse, various sea creatures and fish.
It's a renovation of my boring bathroom. It's just something that's not boring anymore.
Okay. All right, then. I just still feel sorry for the artist whose parents struggled to send him or her to art school so that he could end up making a business out of painted toilet seats.
He's making a living.
No shame in that.
No shame in that.
No shame
really,
in that.
he's not in the parents' basement, playing video games. So
that's true. That's very true.
Whoever makes money.
That's true. And if my child made a living painting toilet seats, I might not want to disclose that in the normal parent conversation of how is so-and-so doing, but it would still be better than having to say, oh, he's living in my basement. That's
exactly.
That's
smoking weed
in my basement.
And the last thing, I was sitting on my deck, just hanging out like people do up here, and I look over, and I see like a big animal jump up on the top of our water truck, which we call the water boy. This giant rat jumps up on the engine and just like sits there. But this giant rat, it was the biggest rat I've ever seen. It was bigger than the rat that you and I saw in Chicago.
That's big.
And I started dancing around because I didn't know what else to do. And then I call Eve and say, hey, Eve, there's a giant rat on the water boy. So she comes out and starts throwing rocks at it. And so the giant rat went inside, just like ducked inside of the engine.
Oh.
Like into the wiring parts. And then I told Frankie, and I heard him go out and start it. It's very, very, very loud truck.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid to ask him what happened to the giant rat, if it like disappeared, because I'm really worried that it'll come over to the house. But I do have cats.
I think the giant rat is probably bigger than your smallest cat.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that one is to be continued. But if as you are hauling water next time, you faintly smell roasted, barbecued something or other.
Yeah.
You'll know.
Well, I thought it was a squirrel, but then my brain clicked into we don't have any squirrels up here.
You can take the girl out of the Midwest, but you can't take you. First thought is squirrel. Second thought, giant rat. Yeah. Thank you for listening to the podcast. It's clear you like listening to things, so you might enjoy the audio version of my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air. I read the entire darn thing myself. You can download it from Audible. It's not free like the podcast, though, so if you're thrifty, like me, you may still want your public library to order the printed version.